Hello everyone, my name is Roshni Khanna. 50% of people are typically overwhelmed by the to-do list that they have to accomplish every day. This is as per research by HR Dive. In this video, you're going to learn the power of one, which is the technique that will help you feel less stressed and more productive. In a typical week, we load ourselves with a minimum of 60 to 100 tasks, be it work, be it your personal life, or be it even service. Without a systematic process and conscious awareness, it is impossible for us to accomplish our to-do lists and to feel that typical satisfaction that we are trying to find out through these accomplishments. What happens is we are overwhelmed, we are anxious, and eventually totally burnt out. I am sharing this 3-step formula listing the power of one, which has helped me in my day-to-day life, whether at work, home, or otherwise. It has made me much less anxious, more calm, more peaceful, and so much more productive. Number one, knowing it's very, very important in your task sheet, in your success list, to know why are you doing what you are doing. And that knowing can only come from introspection, can only come when you know your why, which I call it as your genius. Once you know your why do you do this particular task? Why is it on number one? Why are you not doing that particular task? It's only then, when you know your why, your mind will start mapping your tasks in the order of priority. So the first point is know the power of one thing, which is your genius. Number two, paradigm shift. The single hour in the morning, which I call as the paradigm shift hour, which is responsible to energize your mind, body, soul system. That 1 hour, again, the power of one I'm talking about over here, that 1 hour in the morning where I dedicate to myself doing my yogic practices, I go for my walk, I listen to a mind enriching podcast, and I come back and I actually write down my goals, my affirmations, and my gratitude. Together, this is my hour of power, which I call the power of one thing, which is the paradigm shift hour. Point number three, which is again the power of one completed task, which I call as completion consciousness, tapping into the attitude of completing one task before jumping to the next one. So mapping, this only happens when you start mapping your to-do list to your why, your genius. Start with the most important task and do not run over until you complete that most important task, which is dipping into completion consciousness. Know that unfinished tasks actually occupy a lot of energy space in your mind, and that is the reason of anxiety. Anxiety or overwhelm is not just because you have a lot to do, but is also because you have a lot of unfinished, incomplete consciousness. So, running through the 3 important points, reinforcing the power of one. Point number 1, know your genius. That's the power of one thing. Point number 2, paradigm shift hour, which is again the power of just 1 hour. Point number 3 is one most important task completed, which is dipping into completion consciousness. So this is in total how your life can transform by just doing these 3 very, very simple steps. Hope you found this useful, and I'm leaving you with hope and positivity, optimism that yes, you can also feel much more peaceful and productive in your day-to-day life, because if I can do it, I am sure that you can do it too. Inviting you to experience the bliss, the joy, and the power of productivity through the power of one. Signing out. Thank you so much for watching. Roshni Khanna.